So I'm here in Bradford shooting my favourite genre of photography, and that's black and white. Now, black and white photography will never lose its appeal, or it seems not. It's timeless, really. And unlike black and white television sets, it's unlikely its popularity will diminish. But why is that? So I'm back in Bradford, and by the looks of it, there's been quite a lot of improvement with the infrastructure. Bit of a modernisation. A lot of money being put into the city centre, so I'm here to explore what's on offer. So much on offer when it comes to black and white photography. I mean, I just sat on this metallic bench. Even the metallic bench gives good options. For me, the appeal of black and white photography, it allows that simplicity into my photography, taking away the colour, which is often a distraction. So that leaves you form, textures, especially in an urban environment like this as well. It does help because, and I've said this before, you've got more chance of compositional aids such as symmetrical shapes, leading lines. Another factor of black and white photography is that it emphasises the interaction between light and shadow. Now, my style or my choice of black and white photography is a high contrast option where I really want to emphasise the deep blacks. And in this video, I just want to share with you my thoughts and what appeals to me. I'm shooting with the Ricoh GRiii, and this gives me an option to meter for the highlights. So it retains detail in the highlights and throws the shadows into that deep black, which I love. You can also use the spot metering on any other camera as well. So let's just see what we can find. So there you go, it's metering for the highlights, which are quite extensive because the sun's come out and it's shining off me the metallic surface. Another option to shoot black and white photography is to ensure that you get the full tonal range across from the blacks, mid-greys right up to the whites. But for me, high contrast photography, black and white photography, just creates that greater impact, leads that better emotive response. Now, a day like this, when the sun is out, obviously it creates shadows, so you've got better chance of creating some abstractness. Again, benches, creating patterns. Lovely texture of the wood here, which a normal, I'll say, colour photographer, it wouldn't be as emphasised. Of course, it's not all about man-made structures. There's foliage as well, which in itself can create some interesting options here. Fatsia japonica, this is. Snapping away. You can use the light and shadows. Joseph, all right? Yeah, good. Morph there, favourite of mine. That's a good example, actually. Contrast. See the eyes? The whiteness of the eyes. All I'm going to do is just lift, see what's on offer. I move the camera around, it'll focus, meter on the clouds, throw them darker colours into deeper shadow. So this area is quite new. We're talking about infrastructure. It's the Odeon now, Bradford line, across the track. Sweet. Now I've purposely taken off the option to review the shot I've just taken. That just stops the flow as it were, and I just want to continue taking images. I see the image, and basically what I want to do is for this camera to interpret it, and more often than not I'm quite surprised at the results. I don't know what the results are going to be, of course, until I get on, but at least I get a preview of what I'm expecting. But yeah, good tip, take the preview off, not preview, but review of the image off. It just stops you in your tracks, continue. A bit like film photography, in a way. See these grass heads? I don't think that'll work because the light, the image, the lightness, take it. I was going to say there's not enough proportion of lightness in the image, and that's also important. Getting a good balance between blacks and whites. Interesting place. Basically the Magistrates Court. No, I haven't been there before. So today is one session, but obviously I've got a good collection. If you want to have a look at that collection, I've specifically got a section or a collection in my website called High Contrast Black and White Photography. So go and take a look. James R. Burns Photography. Certainly over last definitely year I've added to that since I bought this. This is a great tool. So Bradford was awarded the City of Culture in 2025. That's why the banners are up. That's probably why you see a lot of money being fed into the city. It's all good stuff. Got some bad reputation as Bradford, but my home city is where my heart is. Look at this. Stuff like this stands out. Cone. Odd. There you go. Good example. Deep blacks there and the highlights. Again, you've got texture on the bench. The light is bouncing off that. Introduce the shadows from the lamppost. So I'm using the macro option. A bit closer. Some texture on this silver birch. A little bug there. What are you doing? And again. Always a firm favourite of mine. Shadows on concrete. Again, just working the frame really. So I'm going to continue snapping away, maybe an hour or so, see what else I can get. The sun is still out, so casting some lovely shadows. But that's it. I hope you enjoy this little insight into my preferred type of black and white photography. Remember, black and white photography, well, how come I always time it badly? So, as we were saying, I managed to free myself from the bells. It's important to remember that black and white photography should not be an afterthought. If it doesn't work, shoot in black and white, and there's a saying around it somewhere. Go out and intentionally shoot black and white. But aim for your deep blacks, your highlights, really emphasise the genre. And you'll be surprised, it can kick up some quite interesting options, as it were. Right, getting a bit busy.